and welcome everybody to Around the Globe. And for today's episode, we are flying to Italy.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately for today, our host Logan will not be here, so all of us will take turns telling you and taking over the Freaks of Filmaholics segment. But before we get started, how was everybody's weekend? Actually, the past 2 weeks, how's it been?
We've been off for a minute.
Yeah. No, my weekend was good. It was Halloween and we celebrated Halloween and we watched some scary movies. It was fun.
Love that. What movies did you watch?
Honestly, the ones that were on Netflix, we went Hocus Pocus, the usual.
Those are good. Those are good. I watched, speaking of Netflix, I recently started a series called The Haunting of Hill House, I believe,
Okay.
which is really cool and spooky. I would totally recommend it because I've been watching it with my mom through the Halloween season. And I thought it was really great.
Ooh, nice.
So we finished that this weekend and it was really great.
Nice. How many episodes was it?
I think it was 10. It wasn't very many.
Okay.
So.
I like the short ones, honestly, because you could get through them quicker.
Yeah, it gets you to go through them quicker while also being like, is there more?
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
Making you
agreed.
very
It was really good. I really liked it. So I would recommend it for anyone who's looking for something that's kind of scary, but not like cheap thrills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was good.
My weekend was good. For Halloween, I passed out candy.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Was just hanging out and watched a bit of Scream.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I
So,
see.
yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, I loved. I watched some scary movies and just hanged out with my family, and overall had a chill time.
Yeah.
Love
Was there a
that.
lot of trick-or-treaters or this year?
Not that many. No.
A lot of people go to those nicer neighborhoods to trick or treat.
Yeah, I've seen the trend for this year was a lot of kids didn't go trick or treating, which was
True. Yeah, the
which
numbers
is
are going
weird.
down. I think.
I didn't hear anything about that.
the numbers are going down, and a lot of people are doing trunk or treating now, where you go. It's over like a church or a place. They host it in their parking lot, and cars park. They decorate the back of their cars, and they hand out candy that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they claim it's safer.
Yeah, I think
And
a lot of parents are worried about safety. Safety.
Yeah,
wise for
yeah.
So
Halloween.
that's why trick or treaters are going down, which is it's sad to see because when I was little, it was
The thing to do.
It was the
thing to
yeah.
do. Yeah,
Mhm.
me and my friends, we would always choose what house we were going to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
We had this game plan. but-
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I guess. I mean, I wouldn't like that tradition to get lost, but safety does come first. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So-
really funny. They don't do it in England very much. Trick or
Really?
treating is not really a thing. So it's really interesting because I think it's probably biggest in America. I would.
Yeah, I
I would
think so.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, in Mexico, they have Day of the Dead,
Mm.
but they're starting to adopt Halloween. They
Oh,
don't. They're
cool.
not. I mean, the younger generation would prefer to celebrate Halloween. I don't know if they trick or
Yeah.
treat, but
Mm.
it's still pretty interesting to
Yeah.
see how
It's pretty.
traditions can carry on to different countries and whatnot.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
So after this music break, we will be
Mhm.
heading right into Freaks of Filmaholics. So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. And welcome back, folks, to Around the Globe. This is a radio show that happens every Tuesday. Not for much longer, sadly, but we're coming up on some of our final episodes, so stay tuned for the last like 3 or 4. Today we're talking about Italy, and before we get into the film segment, we thought we'd give you a couple just fun facts about Italy that we all found interesting. I'll hand it off to Wyatt first. What did you find about Italy this week?
All right. So I found a couple. Did you know that Italy is slightly larger than Arizona?
Oh, whoa. What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's slightly larger than Arizona, which was really surprising. I didn't know that it was slightly.
Yeah.
You would think that if it's a country, it would be bigger.
Right?
Bigger than
So
a state. But
Yeah.
imagine how big the United States is compared then.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Just the size of a state. Can you imagine?
If I take like 10 Italys just to fill the United States.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's Europe for you. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's a good fact. Love
Yeah,
that.
super
And
cool.
then also Rome is over 2,000 years old.
Wow.
It was founded in 753 BC, and the Roman Empire was born in 27 BC.
Jeez.
Love a good Roman story. That's that's
That's
good.
awesome. Yeah, super
Those-
interesting.
Those are the fun facts from me.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the ones I have for you this week were, and this isn't really a fun fact, but like just something I thought I'd highlight is that a lot of the world's greatest artists and authors are Italian, right?
I
You
believe
think
it,
of,
yeah.
I mean, of course, right? You think
Yeah.
of Leonardo da Vinci, right?
Yeah.
You think of, I don't know, there's so many great minds that come from Italy and like the Renaissance period of art that I think is so
100%.
exciting. Like the architecture is so intricate and beautiful, and I wanted to highlight that. I know that's not really like a fun fact, but just something I thought was really interesting. How much of the architecture and art that we are now understand in the modern era is influenced by the Italian Renaissance period.
Oh,
So,
100%.
yeah.
Like, just their history is insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing to me.
You know, the artists that have come out of Italy is their artwork is truly amazing, and it makes you think that it almost sounds like Italy was the inventor of art, because
Yeah,
most
right.
people who are artists or whatever came out of Italy.
To a lot of people, I think Italy made art something that was collectively, enjoyed and inspired a lot of people. So I agree. And then segueing off of that, Italy is home to the oldest university in the world, right? I believe University of, and it looks like Bologna, right? In Italy, but there's another pronunciation for that. But it was founded in 1088. And it
Jeez,
is
what?
1088.
the oldest academic institution, I believe, or university of all time, which is really, really cool.
That's amazing that they can just keep it up still, and
Yeah.
running.
Yeah, I would love to go see it personally.
That's
Wow.
at least like almost 1,000 years old.
Yeah, it's
Super old.
ancient. So yeah, those are mine. Dominique,
Wow.
any from you?
Yeah, so Italy invented gelato. I think we all know that.
Mm.
And by law, it has to contain less air and more flavor than regular ice cream. That's why it's so
Oh.
rich.
Love that. Yeah,
Ooh.
Italian gelato is really, really
Yeah,
good.
have you guys tried it?
Mhm.
I have not, but I've heard so many good things about it.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
smooth.
It's good. Yeah, it's
so
really
good.
good.
I highly recommend. What's that place? Rita's. You can get
Oh,
some
yeah, yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can definitely get
It's-
some there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you can find them anywhere.
Yeah, and
Okay.
there's a couple places in downtown Tampa that are good for that
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So good.
Right.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
And my second fact is that the city of Venice has no cars. People get
Whoa.
around entirely by boat or on foot.
That's super
Ooh.
interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
That's
isn't
so
that
cool.
interesting? Yeah. I think honestly that's so healthy.
Mm.
And by boat, that's how. Who can say that? Like, oh, I'm gonna
Right.
go to the store by boat. Like,
Let me go down to Walmart real quick, and you're just
Right?
like in your boat. That's
That's-
really funny. I
that's
love that.
amazing. Because I've seen they have a lot of rivers right throughout the city
Mm.
and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that's insane. That's super cool.
I mean, yeah,
That's-
you see the pictures, but I guess I mean, me personally didn't realize like how much they are dependent on boat travel. It's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
It just makes them unique out of everybody else in the world.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
you don't hear anybody else in the world traveling to stores and stuff by boat.
True,
that
true,
insane?
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Well,
you have it.
yeah. Well, that was all the fun facts we have for now. When we come back, we're gonna get into from Freaksaholics. Yeah. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned,
Stay
guys.
tuned.
Welcome back to Around the Globe. I'm your host, Dominique.
And I'm Wyatt.
And I'm Olivia.
And welcome to Freaks of Filmaholics. I'm your host, like I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And this week, Logan isn't here with us, so we're going to be taking care of the films of this week. The films mentioned are either filmed in Italy or some parts were filmed in production. So, yeah. So, Wyatt, you want to start off?
Yeah, let's get to it.
I'll start us off with a film that was filmed in Italy and made in Italy. It's called A Classic Horror Story.
Okay.
Now it goes well with my character on the
of
show.
course.
And the story is really interesting because the storyline for the movie is 5 carpoolers travel in a motorhome to reach a common destination. Night falls. And try to avoid a dead animal. They crash into a tree and they come to their senses. They find themselves in the middle of nowhere. The road they were traveling on has disappeared, and there's only a dense, impenetrable forest and a wooden house in the middle of a clearing, which they discover is the home of a spine-chilling cult.
Oh, wow.
Oh, whoa, okay.
That's
yeah, right up
creepy.
your alley, huh?
Yeah, it's would be right up my alley, and it's had 1 win and 5 nominations.
Wow.
It won the Best Director. Both of the directors, Roberto and Paolo, won Best Director from this film.
Wow, that's amazing.
Love it. Okay.
They've had nominees for Best Film, Best First Feature Film, Best Actor and Actress, and Best Italian Film. So it's had multiple nominations, and it's won an award, and people like it. It's got a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. And what year did it come out?
2021.
Oh, wow. So it's a newer
Wow,
movie.
yeah.
And wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a newer movie. So if you're into the horror aspect, if you want to take a look at an Italian film,
Yeah.
classic horror stories,
I mean,
just for you.
horror is the universal language, right?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me.
No, that's amazing for sure. Thank you for that recommendation. I'm
Good
definitely
call.
going to check it out.
Oh yeah.
So my turn now. We're
Yeah,
going to be
go.
talking about The Godfather, which is obviously a very famous film, and most of its memorable parts happened in Italy. specifically in Sicily, after Michael flees from New York and he hides in his family's motherland, which is Italy. And he is surrounded by villages and old traditions, and then he falls in love and reconnects with his Italian roots, which is super cool. But as you know, in the movie, a tragedy strikes and his wife is killed. But the Sicily scenes were captured Italy's beauty, the country land, it's super cool that they went out and filmed out there in Italy, because the mafia and whatnot is like all based in Italy. And so I think it's pretty cool that they went out and actually shot, because New York, right, but like going out there and shooting in Italy, where it's all, that's where the motherland is. I think it's really cool that they were able to go out there and do what they had to do and capture Italy.
I know we talked about it in the American episode too, and I think it's such a interesting and cool blend of cultures, right? You get to see both sides of that, like this big Italian culture, obviously, and then that kind of American side,
right? The New York part,
which is super cool.
A lot of Italian immigrants, go to New York, and then I think that's super cool. Like you said, it's a blend of cultures, and then it comes out being something really cool.
Yeah, and it's like one of the, I imagine it's one of like the top 10 movies of all time.
Oh, so. For sure.
Oh yeah, I think it might be top 10 all time, just because of how universally known it is, not just from Italy and the United States, but all over the world. People love it. It's still talked about to this day, even though it's a relatively older film.
Yeah, it's your dad's favorite movie.
Yeah.
For lack of better words. Love that. So I guess it's my turn then. I'm going to kind of speed round a couple movies, because I had a couple different thoughts on a few. So we're going to kind of try to go through them as fast as possible. So stay with me here.
Okay.
I want to start going off of your dad's favorite movie. Your dad's second favorite movie, maybe Gladiator, right? Which I really love Gladiator. And part 2, like the sequel, came out very recently, I think last year, that wasn't as good for me, but I really liked the first one. If you're not familiar, right, it's the story of a Roman gladiator as he fights in the ring, and
it's super cool.
It's a fantastic movie. I would totally recommend it. Ridley Scott does a fantastic job. But what I wanted to highlight about it was it being filmed in Tuscany, right, in these great big fields, and it has this like, the rolling wheat fields have this real presence in the movie that I think is so exciting and just very peaceful. There's the soundtrack by Hans Zimmer really highlights how kind of ethereal it all is. His house, before it's burnt, and his family before they're killed. How it's just this. Spoilers ahead. Sorry guys. But, it's this beautiful, peaceful, serene countryside, and I think that's super cool to highlight. I know we highlight the mafia a lot with Italy, obviously, but I think it's cool to highlight that other side.
It's more than just the mafia.
Right. Yeah. So I really loved that. So that was one for me. Another one is The Italian Job, if either of you have seen that. It's a big car movie. Maybe your dad's third favorite movie or fourth.
It might be your dad's third favorite.
Just might be. And I know there's a remake of that too with Mark Wahlberg. It's big on cars, and the big thing from both movies is this like big car chase that happens with these 3 cars and the police as they kind of like weave around these tiny Italian cities, which I always found super entertaining. That was like my favorite part of the movie, and it makes you want to be there, right? In these little tiny Italian streets, where you can barely fit these tiny cars in, and they're all zooming around in this high speed action chase, and I really loved it. So
that sounds amazing. That takes some talent.
It does. It really does. I'm still shocked to this day by their driving, especially in the original, because the original is something else. And I would, if you don't have time to watch the whole movie, I would definitely recommend just going and watching that the car chase at the end, because I think it's fantastic, and I really loved it. And then finally, I just wanted to highlight Conclave that came out recently. And I know a lot of that wasn't filmed in Italy because it's supposed to be in the Vatican, right? It was filmed in a replica soundstage. And they did a fantastic job making it look like the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican. I thought that was so cool. But just as a newer movie that kind of highlights some of the inside workings of like the Catholic Church and the way popes are chosen and things, it was a really cool movie for me. And I would also recommend that one. I think it's just like it highlighted the architecture for me, which was a big part of why I love Italy so much is the architecture and the art and the beauty in that. And I thought it did a great job of doing that. And the score and the acting's beautiful too. But like the replicas were so fantastic to me. So I would also recommend that one. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that speed round. Sorry, it was a little quick.
Wow, that's amazing. No, you definitely recommended some good ones. I want to see that last one. That one sounds amazing.
Yeah, it sounds cool. I've never seen it, but
yeah, same.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
It sounds cool.
I don't remember what his name is, but the guy who plays Voldemort is one of the main guys in it. He does a really good job. So
awesome.
And Stanley Tucci's great too. So
okay,
those are my takes.
Awesome, thank you.
So I think it is about time we move on to the next segment. I don't know about you guys. So
yeah, it's about time.
When we come back, shall we take a stop at Paranormal Pulse?
Yes.
Shall we go?
Sounds good.
All right, stay with us as we move into Paranormal Pulse after this break.
And welcome back to Around the Globe. And to me, we're having some great weather this morning.
Oh my god, it's so nice and chilly.
It is. It's so freezing.
I love it cold. I just wish it was in the 30s, but that's me personally.
You want it real cold.
I want it real cold, yeah.
We're in Florida.
Yeah, no, I was freezing this morning. I love it, but I was freezing.
Oh yeah,
but
it's super cold.
So now it's time to make a stop at Paranormal Pulse. So
take it away, Dominique.
Yeah, welcome to Paranormal Pulse. I'm your host, Dominique, and in this segment, we talk everything spooky to paranormal. And this week, we're flying to Italy, where one of the country's oldest and most chilling legends still echoes through the halls of an ancient castle. Today, we're going to be talking about Azzurina, the blue-haired ghost of Montebello Castle.
Okay, that's so exciting. Let's hear. I'm excited.
So the story starts in 1375. So this is a long time ago.
Yeah, that's way back.
A young girl named Gondolina lived inside the Montebello Castle. She was born with pale skin. People say she most likely had she was albino.
Oh, got you.
Okay.
So she had pale skin, white hair. And her mother, I guess, didn't like the fact that she was albino and tried to dye her hair. Dye her hair.
Got you.
But over time, her hair would become like a light blue, like the dye wouldn't stick.
Got you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've heard of that happening before. Yeah.
Yeah. It might be with the albino hair. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. But her hair would turn blue, and people would start calling her Azzurina, meaning little blue one.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so on a stormy night, Azurina was playing with her favorite toy was like a little ball of cloth.
Okay.
And she was in her basement playing with her ball. There was guards that were supposed to be taking care of her, and basically she was bouncing the ball, and all of a sudden you hear nothing, like, because she was bouncing it, and then all of a sudden it's quiet. So the guards went out and was like, what's going on? They were looking for her, and she was gone. There was no trace of her. Only her ball remained.
Whoa.
Which is creepy. And the scary part is that every 5 years during the summer, visitors say they hear a giggle, like a child's giggle.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, she completely disappeared. There's no like trace of her. Like, this is like kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
weird,
yeah, like you could like people say that you hear like a ball bouncing, like the echo.
Spooky.
Yeah, so
okay.
you could go visit, and there's been paranormal teams that go out there, and they say they've captured a giggle and the ball laughing. I don't know if you guys seen a YouTube video where they go and like they throw her a ball. It's not her ball, but they throw a ball to try to lure her to come out.
I think I've seen something similar. Yeah.
Yeah, like and it's so scary because who plays in their basement, first of all?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like the video. It's like a hallway, and it's like pitch dark in the back. It's so creepy, and they throw the ball. And they're like, the ball rolled back. Like, I don't know if all that is true, but like there's evidence that there's like tapes of her giggling and whatnot. Would you guys go visit?
Oh,
definitely.
I don't know if I would. That
I don't know, because
being a basement, that's really spooky.
Exactly. Like the scariest part is that there's no one knows what happened. Like, she just disappeared. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I got a conspiracy theory on that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the mother had her taken away because she didn't like how pale she was.
Could be.
That's a good point.
That's a good conspiracy theory.
Even still, like that's gotta have bad vibes and energy there.
She was probably mistreated, honestly, because like her mom didn't like it to the point that she was dyeing her hair.
Yeah,
maybe
that's crazy.
She was mistreated or something, but
But I would say, just to get the answers of what happened to her. Even if it takes a week, month,
we'll have to
year.
wait for Wyatt's break off podcast where he goes and investigates this kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
No, but I always think, isn't it creepy? Like, I feel like children's scary stories are always scarier than like adult ones, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, oh my god, I don't know.
It has like an aura to it that's like. It kind of makes people like, we're not gonna mess with that side because you never know who could be portraying it.
Yeah.
Well, they're quick, right? Children are quick.
Exactly.
So
it's so creepy if you think about it. They're quick. They're smart. They're smart. They mess with you.
They're sneaky. They do stuff without reason. Like, I can totally see that.
Yeah,
in the
they're
paranormal,
tricksters.
In the paranormal world, in the investigator side, children's spirits are known to be mischief, so they're known to play jokes on you and make you think stuff that isn't really there. They love to mess with you because they get joy out of it.
Yeah, they're playful because they're still like young spirits, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, do not mess with me, children.
No.
I'd be so scared.
Well, yeah, that was all for my segment, Paranormal Pulse. When we come back, we're going to go along with a Wyatt for Courtside Chats, so stay tuned.
Super exciting. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Around the Globe. We've been talking about Italy today, and we're here to kick into really like the meat of our show with courtside chats. So take it away.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm your host Wyatt, and for courtside chats today, we have some good news for Italy.
That's always good to hear.
So for Italy, they are actually in the World Cup playoffs.
Ooh.
They beat Estonia with a 3-1 win, and they boosted their World Cup qualifying chances. And then, just this past week, Italy now guarantees a World Cup playoff spot with a win over Israel 3-0.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
That is good, yeah.
So Italy has been dominant in the soccer side of things, and now they have a real chance to actually be in the World Cup.
Yeah, I feel like we've been following the World Cup pretty closely.
Yeah,
you know, this
Oh, yeah.
season. I
With
feel like
each
I'm getting
country.
into it. You know, I'm like, ooh, I'm excited to see who wins this time around because I know stuff. So it's good to hear Italy's doing well.
Oh yeah, and then we also have also for Italy, Italy is getting a new coach.
Ooh,
I'm trying to.
In soccer?
Yep, they're getting a new coach in soccer.
Okay.
The new coach actually leaded Italy to their first win of the season in a Serie A, which is it's still soccer, but it's a different type.
Okay.
interesting.
They beat Sassuolo 2-1, and everyone is rewarding their intern head coach because their previous one got fired because they didn't like how they were performing.
Oh, interesting.
And so they hired a new coach named Roberto, and he's been doing pretty good for the team, trying to change the team around as they're looking to stack up wins. So
Yeah.
Love that.
Well,
That's
clearly
one.
he's making a difference because
Yeah.
Italy is, doing better. Sometimes you need a change,
Oh, yeah.
with coaches.
sometimes, yeah, you just need a change just to see, will this coach work and will this
Exactly.
coach work?
Yeah.
And then for my final, Italy finishes their group stage with a fourth straight win in their FIBA Euro basketball, which is a basketball tournament. And they are doing really good so far. They went all the way to the quarterfinals and lost. So,
Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
but they were dominating for most of the tournament. So.
That must feel good to get pretty close. I know that sucks. I totally know the feeling of getting really close and then like failing, but they must be very proud of themselves for getting that far.
Yeah. So all but good news for Italy this week.
Yeah.
So,
Super happy for them
yeah.
because World Cup qualifying for it's a big deal.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
That's the whole world looking at you and seeing you like succeed. That's amazing. That's good.
Do
Yeah.
we know when the World Cup is this year? I actually don't
Next
know.
year.
It's next year. It starts in June, so it's during the summer that the World Cup happens, and I know everyone has their eyes on Argentina because
Right.
they've won
The
the last
4 years,
one, I
yeah.
believe.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's got their eyes on Argentina, but Italy is a dark horse. They're
Yeah.
slowly going up there, and they're slowly beating these teams by large margins. So
yeah, exactly.
We love to see
maybe
it.
maybe Italy wins the World Cup next
Hey.
year.
Everyone loves an underdog, right?
Oh
Exactly.
yeah,
It's
everyone
exciting.
loves an underdog story. But yeah, so that's all for courtside chats for me today. After this music break, we will head right into Jubilee Junctions with Olivia.
All right. Stay tuned, everyone.
And welcome back to Around the Globe. And now let's head right into Jubilee Junctions with Olivia.
Thank you very much, Wyatt. Welcome back, everyone, to Jubilee Junction. Obviously, you know the deal with this show. We talk about events, we talk about festivals primarily. We get you guys to guess, and then we tell you about stuff that you can go and visit for real in these countries we're talking about. So,
Yeah.
being in Italy this week, there's a lot to choose from. But and I'm going to tell you the name now. I chose a real special one. And I'm excited to see if you can guess what this one is about, and then I'll tell you and we'll get into it. So, the festival, and again, I feel like I have a running streak of butchering names on this show right now. In my head, I have it, and then I get on the show and I can't speak, so I apologize. But the festival is called Palio de Siena. So, any guesses as to what that could possibly be? Because this is a tricky one. I'll tell you right now, this one's hard.
Maybe something to do with the ocean?
Okay, cool.
Maybe.
Love that.
Can you say the name again?
Yes, Palio de Siena.
Ooh, okay. So if I'm Italy, right?
Mhm.
They're known for the rivers on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it might be with a festival that's done on the water or in a boat, and
Okay.
That's good.
they celebrate that way because I know that's what Italy's really known for.
We're getting a lot of water themes. All right. I'm excited to tell you you are 100% wrong.
What?
Damn.
Sadly, right? So, Palio de Siena is actually a horse race, right? That
Oh.
has been held
What?
for over 800 years in
Wow,
Italy.
So
So
cool.
So that's like
Yes.
older than America as a country. I just want you to put into perspective like how old this horse race is, right? It was
Jeez.
started in medieval times. So let me give you the rundown for it. So this horse race is held 2 times a year, once on July 2nd and once on August 16th. And like I said before, it has been around for like 800 years now. And it is a really big deal in this town of Siena, right? They have these I want to say factions kind of in this town, right? These the contrad, right? That you are sorted into at birth, basically. So
What?
get on your dystopian hats or whatever, because this is a thing. So there's 17 different groups that each have a horse basically, and every year when they do this, you have a team. So the districts are as followed: caterpillar, dragon, eagle, forest, giraffe, goose, owl, panther, porcupine, ram, she-wolf, seashell, snail, tortoise, tower, unicorn, and wave.
That's
And each
so
of them,
cool.
isn't that so cool, right?
Oh.
They each have their own emblem and colors, and they each have a jockey, right? And then at this, every year at this time, they get kind of a luck of the draw horse. So everyone gets, auctioned a horse, each different faction. And then on July 2nd, 10 of them race. And then the second date, 7 of them race. So you could have, you could be racing both times or just one of the times or none of the times. But the horse race actually is super quick. It is barely a minute long.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's just 3 laps around this little tiny track in Siena. And it's a huge deal for everyone. People place bets. You get this what is it called? This painted silk canvas, right? And I'll show you a picture of it right now. For those of you who
Ooh.
can't
that's so
see
pretty.
it, it's very beautiful.
That's very
And
beautiful.
comes with a lot of bragging rights, obviously, for whoever wins. So super, super cool, very exciting. I watched a mini documentary on BBC about it that I would totally recommend to anyone who wants like a real inside look at it. It follows one of the members of the giraffe district, and their kind of journey through the experience, which is super cool. And it's high stakes and it's fast and it's exciting and everyone's screaming and cheering. It's fantastic.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
The kind of scary downside is it's a little dangerous, right? Jockeys get thrown off their horses a lot of the time, and your horse can win without the jockey as long as they keep their colors and their feathers on them. So your horse could
Wow.
win completely without a jockey, because they get thrown off a lot.
That's
And
insane.
people get injured a lot. Horses get injured a lot because obviously trying to get 10 horses in this tiny little stadium is very difficult. So, this has been happening for years and years. They wear like this medieval gear when they go out. I think it's so fantastic.
Yeah.
That's So cool.
So keeping that in mind, would you guys want to go to that festival?
Oh my god, I would love to. I love horses. I
Mhm.
wonder if they have any thoughts of expanding this little track. I
Yeah.
think that would be helpful, so no one gets hurt.
I
or-
agree. I think a lot of
Yeah.
it comes down to tradition,
Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
I we can get into that for the sake of the horses, perhaps.
Right.
Honestly, I would love to go just to be able to see the different districts. Like, it's just really interesting just to see like
Yeah.
all these different teams. And I wonder if the snail has
Has
won
ever won.
any. I would bet I would assume yeah, but that's just like
Yeah.
I've been thinking
Hey,
like
that's a great segue into my
Right.
next question, which is what district? I mean, you can't get into them because you have to be born into them, right?
Right.
They
Yeah.
baptize them into the
That's
different
so
districts, which is
crazy.
crazy, right? So if you could in a fantasy world pick which district you wanted to be in, which would you pick?
Oh, I think I'd go with the dragons.
Yeah.
That sounds so
Love that.
magical. Yeah.
now I'm a little tied between two.
Mhm.
It's either the snail
Okay.
or the panther.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Love that.
What about you, Olivia?
Ooh, that's tough. Looking at them, I mean, because I watched the documentary, I really liked the giraffe district. I thought they were so fun and cool. Caterpillar is really speaking to me. I don't know. I really like the idea of being in Caterpillar. I think that's kind of small and mighty. So
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So good answers. My final question then for you is, I mean, kind of like we already talked about. Do you think these events, right, these festivals, because we haven't really talked about any that, involve animals as much as this one. Do you think that it's, appropriate to keep hosting these events where you have kind of these animals that are, possibly getting hurt or injured, racing for sport? Is that a thing we should continue in your personal opinions? Do you have thoughts on that? I know, like, I don't know if we've talked about it before, but like bullfighting and things is obviously a big thing that we didn't mention before, but we could have.
Yeah.
Or do we, still support those kind of ideas? Are they outdated? Can we fix it? Like, what are your thoughts?
Oh my god, I think the tradition and the story behind a lot of these things are beautiful. But I think if there's a way to make it safer and keep the tradition, but just a little safer, I think, that would be good for both people watching, people on the horses themselves. I think, small changes, but that have a huge effect on people's health and whatnot. The bulls, I don't know. That's a little crazy. I know,
Right,
you know, that's just the bulls running into people. I don't know. That's just kind of crazy.
That's a whole
But-
different conversation,
yeah,
right?
that's but
I
yeah,
hear you.
if you can make it safe but still keep it kind of the same, then I think they should.
Yeah, love it.
I think going off of what Dominique says, as long as like if you keep it safe but also very entertaining, then yeah, it should it should stay around. Now, I think that they should like adopt modern ways to do it.
Yeah.
Not just stick into their old ways, because if it's dangerous, then don't do it. Because
Right.
we don't want people to get hurt or even possibly getting killed from this. So so if you can keep it safe and also make it fun so that you still keep the tradition alive, but you have some safety features on it.
I totally agree. I agree with both of you. I think that's definitely the way to go about it. I think there's a place definitely for tradition, and there's a place for, keeping these traditions alive and well. I mean, this one has been going on for longer than America's been a country, obviously.
Right.
So it definitely has a place in the world, in society, in Italy. But making sure people are safe and animals are safe is very important. So I agree. If there's ways to make things safer, definitely go about doing that. And if we can keep the tradition alive, obviously do it, because it's been there for so long. Why stop? So
100%.
thank you guys so much for your thoughts today. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
I think that's all the time I have for Jubilee Junction today. So thank you all for stopping by. When we come back after the break, we are going to get into our final wrap up as we land in Italy.
Sounds good.
So
Stay tuned.
we'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back, everyone, to Around the Globe. We are here wrapping up our final segment, final thoughts for Italy this week. So, take it away, guys. We always talk about destinations. So, what are your Italian travel destinations?
So knowing me, right? It's gonna be something spooky,
Of course.
something scary. We got the Ca d'Ario in Venice. It's a 15th century Gothic palace on the Grand Canal of Venice, known by locals as the House of No Return.
Spooky.
Yeah, and then basically what it is it's many of its successive owners and residents reportedly suffered tragic or mysterious deaths, which fuels the haunted reputation, and people reportedly hear voices, footsteps of the past owners and residents that have been there.
Wow. Okay.
And it has a type of aura that, like, it's just really, it makes you not want to be there alone.
Oh yeah.
Love that.
Like, you have to be with somebody, or else you kind of have like these hallucinations, and they really play with you because it's a 15th century castle that has been haunted for years.
Well, consider that taken off my bucket list.
Exactly.
But that would be where I would want to go.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
For me, I would like to visit the Amalfi Coast. I'm probably pronounced that horribly, but it's known for its cliffside villages and turquoise water. And me being from Florida, I love the water, so I think I'd love to visit there.
Beautiful. Love that. So, okay, for me, as someone who has been to Italy, I went a couple years ago because I lived in Europe, and it was such a magical experience. I would love to go back to the Sistine Chapel. Like, the Vatican was definitely my highlight just because of like architecture. That's a really big thing for me. So
nice.
that was the biggest thing for me. I love that.
You have to show us some pictures later.
Have to, yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have this week. Thank you for joining us on Around the Globe to our flight to Italy. Next week is Veterans Week, so join us on the 19th. We're gonna fly to United Kingdom.
Yeah, super excited, guys.
So have a great week.
Yeah,
have a
thank
great
you
week,
for
guys.
being with us here this week. And we'll see you next time.